Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. It's actually beautiful today. It's actually like mid 50s and it's feeling quite nice, and I'm feeling really good about this coming week. So let's talk about it. I had to remind myself, I actually looked up what happened on Friday. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a big market crash on Friday. Not for crypto though. For the broader market in the US, we actually had a big crash. And that's because Big Daddy Powell said that he was in no rush to cut rates, right? And I think he just did it on purpose. I think he just did it because he wanted to spite, I don't know, Trump and everyone else, or he wanted to just slow down the market, because there was really no reason for him to say that. There's no need. We need more rate cuts. The economy is slowing down and we need a boost. But he said, yeah, the Fed is not in a rush to cut rates. That didn't just like crash the market. But you know what didn't crash? Didn't crash Bitcoin and crypto. Coinbase still skyrocketed. So did MicroStrategy. And also I noticed Palantir went up too. Not that familiar with that stock, but I did look it up. They're in big data, AI, right? And of course Bitcoin and crypto blew up. So obviously right now we're decoupled away from the broader market, which is really good. But I bring that up because I looked up what's coming up this week, and I think the biggest thing for the broader market is Nvidia's earnings. So Nvidia earnings is coming up this Wednesday, so we'll see how that plays into it. But I wonder what the broader market is going to do this week. Are we going to see a recovery week? If we do see a recovery week, that'll be good, because I think if the broader market is doing well, that will definitely help Bitcoin and crypto. But generally speaking, I don't even think it really matters. Even if we have a down week this week, I think we're still going to have a good week for Bitcoin and crypto. We may have a consolidation week this week, since last week we had some crazy movement. But my gut tells me we're going to see some major move. We're going to see major moves regardless, because of what we have seen so far. Who knows? Who knows? But I do think if we do see a broader market, if we see a broader market trending upwards, it's definitely going to help. So we also have some other earnings from like Target and Walmart and stuff. I think that'll show like what these guys think about, our economy, right? And if they're like coming out with bad earnings and they're forecasting bad, then obviously it shows that, yeah, our economy is not doing well and we need more rate cuts, right? And that's pretty obvious. So again, in December we're going to have another rate cut. So I don't know why Powell needed to say, well, we're not in a rush for rate cuts. Anyways, I just had to remind myself that on Friday it was actually pretty bad. It seemed like Friday was so long ago, but that was only 2 days ago. But it's just like the euphoria of everything going up, man. It's just like still in my head right now, right? Since my Saturday cruise video, which actually did really well because I was reviewing the Bronco, and plus all of you guys are still excited about crypto. I don't know if you guys noticed, Solana had a big pump. So Solana joined in on the fun. Solana is now in the 230s, really, really close to its March high. March high, it touched upon like 250 briefly, but it was like holding around the 230, 240s. So that's where it is now, like low 230s, jumped up about 9%. For whatever reason, just like shot up like 8-9%. So we're starting to see random alts move up for no reason. Like, it does seem like the whales, I talked about like the whales with like their like stable coins, they're hundreds hundreds of billions of stable coins, they're starting to diversify. Some of you guys have asked in my live chats, like, hey, is it time to put some money into alt? It seems like that's what the whales are doing now. They're like, maybe I should put some money into some of these alts, and when they do it, it actually does affect the market. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing random pumps on random coins now. So Solana pumped up 9% and is holding right now. Obviously, I talked about XRP pumping. It came down a little bit from its high of like 120, but it's still holding up $1. I'm still watching it. I told you guys I made a ton going long on XRP. I did lose like more than half when it came back down, so I closed it out. You know, I've been playing it yesterday, didn't do so well. Kept some of the gains, but I expect that this week XRP Army is going to try to drive it up again. XRP has been suppressed for so long. Now that Gensler is on his way out, I suspect the XRP Army is going to come back full force and it's going to drive that thing up. When I say thing, XRP. And this could finally be the cycle where we see XRP above its previous high back in 2018 at $3+. So I don't actually hold any XRP, in case some of you guys are wondering. Some of you guys may be wondering, oh, is George loading up at XRP? I actually hold no XRP right now, but I will be timing my longs, that's for sure. I am no fool. I'm going to be timing my longs and going to be banking that way. So yeah, I think this week you gotta ride the momentum. So that's what I've been doing, right? Like yesterday, low volume, low momentum day. Spent all day trying to trade. Actually lost more yesterday than anything. So one thing I've learned is don't try so hard on low volume days. You're just wasting your time. And today I was trying and I just like gave up. It's like, you're just wasting your time on low volume days. Wait for high volume, high momentum days. Then it's easy. On low volume, low momentum days, you're just wasting your time. That's what I learned. But anyways, so I think XRP this week is going to be good. I'm also keeping my eyes on Cardano. I think Cardano really cooled off over the weekend. Cardano and Hedera, I talked about them yesterday. I'll keep my eyes on them to see if there's any more developments on this, you know, this relationship with DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. See if there's more being talked about with that. See if Charles chimes in more. If he does say more, like, you know, if he talked about, hey, I met with Elon and said this, and we talked about this and this, if he like talks about it on X, I think that's going to like obviously move the needle a little bit on ADA. I talked about Solana, right? Not only does Solana move, whenever a whole chain moves, it's dApps move. So when Solana moved yesterday, like Jupiter moved, Pith moved, Radium moved. So I'll keep my eyes on. I already hold a ton of Solana, my second biggest holding, so that definitely helped me. But I did notice that Jupiter recently has not been moving as much, so I'm gonna keep my eyes on all like Jupiter and Solana this week. Maybe make some plays there as well. But then also, I've started to notice that there are random, like I said, I think these whales are starting to just put random money into random chains that they think have potential. So I've just been eyeing like random stuff. I've been noticing like Near's been having a lot of momentum. They're in AI. I mentioned about NVIDIA earnings. If NVIDIA has really good earnings again, which I'm expecting they will, a lot of AI plays will probably do good. So Near's been getting some momentum. Others that are kind of related indirectly Render's another one. FET is another one. So some of these could be seeing a good week if Nvidia has a good earnings. But you know, what are some other chains like Sui? Sui continues to be hot. Man, Sui's above $3, like $3.30, and it continues to like hold really well, and it just trends upwards. So like a lot of these random chains are gaining a lot of strength. But you know what's weird? You know what's not gaining a lot of strength right now? Are memes. Some, yes, but they're kind of, I guess, are, but they're not. Like we saw Pepe go up to the moon, but then it's starting to come down, and then like some of the other ones like Bonk and Whiff, you know, they're kind of just like hovering. They're not really gaining more market cap. And then same thing with the new one, Peanut, is actually coming down in market cap. And then like Popcat and Mog and all these other ones, they're not gaining in market cap. So actually, you know, a lot of the money is actually flowing to the chains, which actually is a good thing. So I kind of expected more movement on the memes. I thought the memes would be like skyrocketing. They're not. It does seem like a lot of whales are actually using the meme money and actually putting them into the chains, which is actually the smart move. So, but that's just like surprising. You could of course trade the memes right now. Sometimes, especially, you know, when there's high volume, high momentum, you can swing trade those and make a good amount, but they're so volatile. I generally don't do well when I swing trade memes, but yeah. But anyways, just surprising thing about memes. Like I kind of expected there would be more movement, but right now it's just all the chains, and that's really good. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this week. As for Bitcoin, I know normally I just like only talk about Bitcoin, but you guys know Bitcoin's just so strong. Bitcoin's been hovering this whole weekend's been hovering from like, you know, like right now it's like 89.5, 91.5, and it's been like just going to this zone of $2,000. I have zero fears about Bitcoin at this point. Zero fears. Like I've been saying, I have fears that I can't accumulate enough anymore because of how high it is. I wouldn't mind Bitcoin going down at this point. Like, honestly, of course, I would like to see Bitcoin continue up to 100,000 and beyond, but I just keep thinking about, man, we're going to hit 100K soon, and it's going to be so hard to accumulate. I don't mind it staying here. I don't mind it staying here and then seeing the alts move. That's honestly how I feel, right? Like, so I see every dip or consolidation right now as a gift, because I truly believe that once we get above 100K and beyond, that's it. We're going to stay up there. We're not going to see these low digits anymore. 5 figures, 70K and 60K before, they're gone. We're not going to see them again. And it's going to be unfortunate. And all the time that people's been complaining about, oh, how come we don't break into the new high? How come we're at 62,000, 65,000? All the people that's been complaining, they're going to wish they bought. Like right now we're at 90K. Like, man, it's just like, in my head, it's just like such a large number. It gets me depressed thinking about how big Bitcoin is. I don't know what it is. Like every time I think about Bitcoin at 90K, it gets me depressed. I'm like, man, it's so hard to buy Bitcoin now. I don't know what it is. I actually get depressed thinking about it. I'm like, man, it's so big. It's going to be so hard to accumulate going forward. So I have zero fears about Bitcoin. I actually kind of hope that it doesn't fly up too quickly, because if we end the year at like 125, that's gonna make me sad. Because it's gonna be that much harder to DCA in 2025. But you know what? If it happens, I guess I can't be sad about it, because that's going to make my portfolio go that much higher and make all of your portfolios go that much higher too. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this week, guys. Let's see if the broader market turns out to be really green this week. It's going to help Bitcoin and crypto for sure. If the broader market isn't so good, I think it's still going to be a good week regardless. The momentum is here. It's not going to be stopped. Yeah, I just don't see anything stopping this train at this point. So I expect this week, like these coins I mentioned, these chains, I think we're going to see more movement. And I expect we may see a lot of other oldies come back to life. Maybe gaming plays, some of these old gaming plays that's been dead, gaming chains come back to life. Maybe other L1s, L2s that we haven't heard from for a while come back to life. You know, I suspect some of these whales will like kind of pick and choose some of the older ones. You know, maybe like, for example, Cosmos or Polygon, some of the ones that's been decimated, you know, that hasn't really had any traction. They're great chains, but they just haven't had a lot of movement. Maybe we're going to see them come back to life. Hey, Phantom is another one, right? Maybe we're going to see them come back to life. Love to see it. What about some of these other Cosmos chains, like Injective, Celestia, Say? Earlier this year, in March, they were all so hot. You know, maybe they come back to life. Who knows? I do think that a lot of these whales will start putting their money, diversifying, and we could see good movement, and then retail will join back in, and that's, you know, that's part of being like in the mini altcoin season, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna finish this walk. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's gonna be a glorious week, guys. I think it's gonna be a good week. I always think it's a good week, but regardless, even if it's a bad week, it's gonna be a good week. All right. Have a good one, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.